Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. This is going to be part of a blog that I'm writing for Hasty Defense. If you haven't visited my website, it's going to be linked down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, but check out the website and also join that newsletter. There's a place there where you put your name and your emails. I will be sending you information. But this is part of a question that I get constantly. How do I get my wife into guns? And it's critical that your wife is part of the process. I'm going to talk about some of these things. A lot of guys don't think that you have to, and a lot of wives kind of refuse. Now, I'm going to talk primarily to the guys. You know, 95% of my audience here are guys. There's about 4.9 females or something like that. If you're a lady, I appreciate the support. I appreciate you watching my channel, and I appreciate everything you do for the JH6 channel. But overall, we got a large majority of dudes here watching the channel, and a lot of guys want to put their wife or get their wife into guns. First of all, don't be pushy. You know, a lot of times it just doesn't work out. I'm kind of blessed to have Stacey. Stacey likes guns, she likes shooting, and she likes all that. But you got to keep in mind that may be a case where your wife is not going to like guns. Your wife is not going to enjoy guns. Your wife is not going to want to have anything with guns. I mean, there's going to be probably a case for some of you guys that it's going to be like that, and you can't do nothing about it. You can't force people to carry a gun. You can't force people to have a gun. You can't force people to do the things that we enjoy. You know, I wouldn't like if someone, I don't know, made me grow my hair and do something weird to my head, right? I wouldn't like that. Some people like that. I don't. I wouldn't like if somebody tried to make me do something else. So there is a case that your wife may not get into it. It's a smart for some of us that think that way. Obviously not. We want to be able to have a way to protect ourselves, but in some cases, some ladies won't do that, and we just, quite frankly, we have to accept it, and we have to understand that as men implementing a security plan, we need to realize that. We need to realize that, you know what, a wife don't want anything to do with guns, and, you know, maybe, obviously, if something really bad happened, at that point, she won't have a way out. She's going to have to act. I mean, if there's a riot and they're banging on your door to do something bad to you, I'm sure your wife is going to be like, give me that gun. I'm about to defend myself. But, you know, there may be a possibility that it's not. But here's the thing. People ask me all the time, hey, how do I get my wife to carry a gun? And you know what? Don't get me involved. That's between you and your wife, man. Why are you asking me? You're asking me on the internet, you know? But anyways, here's a ton of the reasons why I think a lady, if you get her to watch my video, should have a gun. First of all, girls tend to be target. Girls tend to be target. Unfortunately, there are so many horrible people out there that are targeting our ladies. It is sad. You know, girls could be victims of rape, victims of sexual abuse, particular, you know, criminals that are cowards, and they're going to target a female just based on their side, based on the fact that many bad guys, don't take offense of this, I'm not saying this, but many bad guys may think that you're weak and you can defend yourself. Many bad guys say you are a target opportunity. I could easily overcome you, I could easily take over you, and I could easily commit a horrible attack. That's how some of these criminals are thinking. You know, are you going to mess with a guy that weighs 230 pounds and try to steal his wallet? Or are you going to mess with a girl that is 120 pounds and, you know, she has a little purse? And I mean, it's a coward way for criminals to act. They target ladies. They also target older people and things like that. Remember the knockout gang a few years ago? They target older people as well because essentially they think that they can defend themselves. Now, here's another reason, guys, and it has to do with reason number one, is the fact that a gun is going to give your lady, is going to give you kind of like level the game. Check it out. I don't care how big you are. You may be 280 pounds full of muscles, which are not, right? But a 9mm coming your way is bigger than you. A 9mm coming your way is bigger than your muscles. A 9mm coming our way will pull you down. So a firearm, we know this because we're gun guys, but, you know, speaking to our ladies, and a firearm is going to level that. You know, you may be big and tough and you think you could do something against me, but guess what? I'm carrying my Glock 19 and that makes me feel like Superman. I guess in this case would be Supergirl. I don't know, Wonder Woman. There we go. That makes me feel like Wonder Woman. I got a fly hanging around here is bugging me. But anyways, a pistol is gonna do that. Carrying a firearm, having a firearm, it's just gonna do that. It's gonna put that lady, you know, your lady in that level where she could actually defend herself against a criminal, against a coward that wants to do something bad to her. Here's one thing that I'm gonna mention too that is really a great idea, and it goes back to what I was saying in the case that happened. I think it was in Michigan, if I remember correctly. You know, there's many chances or many ladies out there that stay home to take care of their children, right? Stacey stood home for a long time taking care of little Manny, and let me tell you, it's a hard job. It's a hard job, no doubt about that. You guys know when I left the military, I had to stay home recovering for sort of the injuries that I had. And again, you know, it's a hard job. But when you are home and, you know, your husband is not home, all the people are not home, people may tend to target you because, you know, they could drive around, they notice, oh, you know what, his car is not here, it's only her, and, you know, most likely he's not going to be home, so they're going to target them. Again, you know, you got to be able to have the ability to defend yourself, but you have to be able to defend your children. You know, I remember a long time ago, a couple years ago when we had the baby, Stacey told me, I got to carry my gun all the time. And I was like, baby, you really do. And she said, I'm not going to be like one of those girls in Walmart. You know, when you're pushing your car and some dude takes your kid to do something horrific to your child. I'm not going to be one of that. I'm going to be able to, you know, I need to be able to defend myself. I need to be able to defend our boy, you know. And to me, that was like fantastic. You know, that's exactly what I want. You know, I want her to be able to defend herself, and I want her to be able to defend our children. So again, having that firearm, it's going to give you that ability. You know what? A lot of times I tell Stacey, if something bad happened, you know, I want you to call me right away. Obviously, I do, but you need to call 911. And before you call 911, before you do anything, you need to have that gun in your hand. And from there, we go to everything else. Now, guys, I talked about her defending herself, defending her children, you know, when I'm not around. But now let's talk about actually your home defense plan. So essentially, what this means is that you have a plan in place, right? You know, if something happened, what are you going to do? Where's your gun? Where's your flashlight? How to call 911, what to do. You spoke to your children about. Now, when you have your wife as another gun in the plan, it's totally different, because when you have her as she's just there and you need to protect her, you're going to have to do things around that. But when you have her there as, obviously, I need to protect her, but she also has a way to protect herself, the plan changes constantly. You know, the plan changes, I mean, to a better way. So again, for example, I had to leave my room. I had to go to my children's room to grab my kids. My wife stays in her room. I know for a fact that that area right there, that master room, is pretty much secure because she is there. You know, she's there with a boy, or she's there or whatever. You know, when I'm coming back, maybe I have a cosign, maybe I have a code word that I said that tells me that I could come inside the room. I mean, there's so many tactics. You know, maybe I need to go to my children's room, and as I'm coming from one room to another room, I have her next to me covering my six. You know, I'm pointing forward, she's watching my six, she's watching 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever. The point to this is that she is part of the home defense plan, but not just as a person that needs to be protected, more as a person that is ready to go and ready to back you up if something happens. Now, talking about getting ready to go if something happens, this is the biggest thing that I always kind of like scares me in a little bit, and I'm pretty happy that Stacey decided to carry a gun. Stacey decided to take training, and Stacey decided to, you know, if something happened, she could take care of herself, right? And it's the fact that if I go down, what are you going to do if I go down? You know, a lot of time here on YouTube, what you see is the ninja, right? They do the ninja stuff, and they don't talk about when they go down, because obviously they took a class on YouTube from a famous instructor, and now they're ninjas and they're never going to go down, right? But the reality is not there. You know, the way or the chances of you going down are extremely high. You know, you leave your house or your room, a place that is protected, a place, a stronghold where you are in charge, to walk across the room to grab your children. There are so many blind spots, so many different locations. You could get shot so easy. So what's going to happen if you get shot and you get, you know, and you go down? Again, you know, That's it. Your family, a person that is willing to shoot you down is going to continue shooting members of your family. So again, really bad place to be. If I go down, again, what's going to happen? I know for a fact that I got Stacey right there, and she's going to fight all the way to protect me or protect her children. She's going to do whatever she has to do to protect her family. So again, I just wanted to speak about a couple of reasons why to have your wife, hopefully some of your wife decide to do training, decide to get a firearm, get the proper permits to carry that, start getting some training, start developing a home defense plan, and start taking charge of your own security. Start taking charge of your security. I mean, cops are there to call them, to ask for help, for all that stuff. It's great. You should always call 911. You should always have those law enforcement officers that train and work so hard to back you up. But you got to remember that it's going to take minutes. And when seconds count, you guys know the saying, cops may not be there. So what are you going to do for those 2, 3, 4 minutes before cops show up? That's what you got to train for. Let me know what you think. Again, check out Hasty Defense. I'm writing blogs there. I'm enjoying the website. It's a lot of fun. And as always, God is in control.